Pain is inevitable, but what you do with it will define your life. Everyone goes through struggles, heartbreaks, and setbacks, but not everyone uses them to grow. Some people let pain break them, while others use it to build themselves into something stronger. The truth is, pain can be your greatest enemy or your most powerful ally. It can be the chain that holds you down or the fire that pushes you forward. The choice is always yours. When life hurts, it is tempting to stop moving, to hide, to let the world pass by while you nurse your wounds. But if you stay there, pain wins. Pain loves comfort zones. It wants you stuck in the past, replaying the same story over and over. But strength comes when you step out, even if you are bleeding, even if you are scared. Every time you keep moving despite the pain, you steal its power and give it to yourself. Pain will try to convince you that you cannot go on. It will whisper that you are too broken, too tired, too weak, but that voice is lying. You have survived every single thing that has ever hurt you. You are still here, and that means you are stronger than you think. Use that truth as proof that you can survive what is ahead. Turn that pain into proof of your resilience. Let it remind you that you have overcome before, and you can overcome again. Your pain carries lessons that comfort will never teach you. It shows you who your real friends are. It reveals what truly matters in your life. It teaches you to be grateful for the smallest moments of peace and joy. But most importantly, pain teaches you that you are capable of more than you imagined. You do not grow when life is easy. You grow when life challenges you to fight for yourself. Every great success story has a chapter of pain. Athletes train through injuries. Entrepreneurs fail before they win. Leaders face criticism before they earn respect. Pain is part of the process, not a sign you should stop. When you start to see pain as preparation instead of punishment, everything changes. You stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What is this teaching me?" That shift turns suffering into strength. You cannot control all the pain that enters your life, but you can control how you respond to it. You can choose to turn it into motivation. You can use the betrayal, the failure, the loss as fuel to push harder, to focus more, to dig deeper. The more pain you have endured, the more unstoppable you can become if you choose to use it instead of excuse it. There will be days when your pain feels heavier than your dreams. That is when you remind yourself why you started in the first place. Pain cannot break a person who refuses to quit. Let your vision be louder than your wounds. Let your commitment be stronger than your excuses. The harder it gets, the more you have to give. Excuses are easy. Pain makes them even easier. You can say, "I am too hurt," or "It is not the right time." But every time you give pain an excuse, you give it a victory. And pain does not deserve to win. You deserve to win. You deserve to turn your scars into stories of triumph. Think of the people you admire most. Chances are, they have all faced deep pain. The difference is, they refuse to let it stop them. They used it to sharpen their focus, to ignite their passion, to build their resilience. They let their pain push them, not crush them. And if they can, so can you. Your pain is not a curse, it is a weapon. But like any weapon, you have to choose how to use it. You can aim it at yourself and let it destroy you, or you can aim it at your goals and let it destroy your limits. That is how warriors are made. The world is full of people who gave up because it hurt too much. Do not be one of them. Your future self is counting on you to push through. Every day you keep going despite the pain. You are building a life that pain can no longer control. Pain does not mean you are weak. It means you are alive. It means you are fighting. It means you care enough about something to feel the loss when it is threatened. Use that fire. Let it be the reason you wake up earlier, work harder, and go further than you ever have before. When you run from pain, it chases you. When you face it, it fuels you. That is the difference between those who succeed and those who settle. One day, the very pain that felt unbearable will be the story you tell to inspire someone else. The truth is, your pain will either become your prison or your passport. If you let it, it will trap you in bitterness, fear, and regret. But if you use it, it will take you places you never imagined you could go. Make it count. Turn the heartbreak into hunger, the failure into focus, the rejection into relentless drive. Remember, every time you turn your pain into power, you take control of your life again. You stop being a victim and start being a victor. You prove to yourself and to the world that nothing can stop you when you refuse to stop yourself. Your pain is temporary, but the strength you gain from it can last forever. The fight may be long, but the rewards will be worth it. Keep going until your pain becomes pride. One day you will look back and realize that your greatest moments of growth were born from your hardest moments of pain, and you will be grateful that you did not give in to excuses. So take your pain, hold it, feel it, then turn it into fuel. Let it push you past every limit, past every doubt, past every fear. Because in the end, your pain does not define you. Your decision to rise above it does. If you want, I can also make this twice as long so it hits the same intensity as the big motivational scripts we've done before. Would you like me to extend it that way? Pain is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a new chapter you have the power to write. Every time life knocks you down, you are being given a choice. Stay down and let the pain define you, or stand up and let it drive you. Most people let pain turn into chains that hold them back, but the strong use pain as fuel to break those very chains. You cannot change what happened, but you can change what happens next. That is the real power pain gives you, the chance to rebuild stronger than before. Do not run from pain, because what you run from will always chase you. Face it. Own it, look it straight in the eye, and tell it you will not bow down. The more you hide from it, the more control it has over your life. But when you confront it, you strip it of its power. Pain cannot defeat someone who refuses to be broken by it. Every scar you carry is a badge of survival. It means you fought battles that tried to destroy you, and you are still standing. Stop seeing scars as signs of weakness. They are proof you endured storms others could not handle. They are your armor, and armor is not built without struggle. Wear them proudly. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who had the easiest journey. They are the ones who kept moving despite the weight of their pain. They worked when their hearts were heavy. They built when their hands were tired. They pushed forward when every step burned. And because of that, their victories meant more than gold. Pain will test your patience. It will test your courage. It will test your belief in yourself. But every time you push back, every time you refuse to let it stop you, you are building unshakable resilience. And resilience is the greatest shield you will ever carry in life. Remember this, pain will either teach you discipline or it will give you excuses. Discipline says, I will keep going no matter what. Excuses say, I could have, but it hurt too much. Which voice you choose will determine the life you live. Sometimes the pain you feel is not a sign you are failing. It is proof you are growing. Growth is uncomfortable. Progress is uncomfortable, but so is regret. The difference is, one will push you forward, the other will hold you down forever. Choose the one that moves you. You cannot wait for the pain to disappear before you start living. Life does not pause for your healing. You have to learn to move with it, to carry it until it gets lighter, and to keep walking even when every step hurts. Because somewhere ahead, the weight will lift, and you will be glad you never stopped. Let your pain sharpen your focus. Let it remind you of what matters most. Let it strip away the distractions and force you to put your energy into what truly counts. Pain has a way of making everything clear if you are willing to listen to what it is trying to teach you. One day, the very thing that tried to break you will be the reason you rise higher than you ever imagined. The struggle that made you cry will be the fuel that makes you unstoppable. And the pain that once made you feel powerless will become the reason you inspire others to keep going.